We now know the identity of one of the two people killed after a shooting in an Oakland bar early Saturday morning. 33-year-old Latetia Bobo was an 8th grade English language arts teacher at Beta Academy, a charter school in San Pablo. According to Caliber Public Schools, they released a statement saying, quote, "Her presence brought light to our campus and she will be deeply missed by all of us. We know that Miss Bobo touched many lives, and we will continue to honor her legacy through the love, compassion, and dedication she showed every day." Today we saw a bouquet of...
Let me ask you something. What if you went out one Friday night, just have a good time with your friends, laugh a little, decompress from a long week of work, and you never came home? That is not a movie plot. That is not fiction. That is exactly what happened to Latetia Bobo, a 33-year-old woman who was full of life, full of purpose, full of love for people around her, and she was gone before the sun even came up. This one hit different. And I need you to stay with me because this story is not just about a crime. It is about a real human being who deserved to make it home that night. So if you are new here, welcome to Shadow Crime. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss when we cover cases like this one. Now let us get into it. Latetia Bobo was not just another name on a police report. She was known to the people in her life as Tish. And if you knew Tish, you knew that she carried a certain kind of energy that was hard to ignore. She was a teacher, an 8th grade English language arts teacher at Caliber Beta Academy in San Pablo, California. And if you have ever had a teacher who actually changed your life, who made you feel seen, who made you believe that your words mattered, that was the kind of teacher Tish was. Her school described her as someone who brought an unmistakable light to the campus. That is not just something people say. That is something people say when they mean it. But teaching was not the only thing she poured herself into. Tish was also a writer, a singer, an actress. She founded her own film production company, and she was credited as a writer and producer on a 2025 independent film called Her Story to Tell. Think about that for a second. A woman who spent her days shaping young minds and her nights building something creative, something meaningful, something that she hoped would outlast her. She was also deeply rooted in her faith. She led Bible studies for college-age youth at her church, which tells you a lot about who she was outside of the spotlight. She was not just talented. She was intentional. She was someone who woke up every day and chose to give something back. So when you picture Latetia Bobo, do not just picture a victim. Picture a 33-year-old woman who was building something, a career, a legacy, a community around her, a woman who had things to say, stories to tell, students to shape, and songs to sing. She had a whole life in front of her. And on the night of March 7th, 2026, she went out with her friends to enjoy First Fridays in downtown Oakland.
We now know the identity of one of the two people killed after a shooting in an Oakland bar early Saturday morning. 33-year-old Latetia Bobo was an 8th grade English language arts teacher at Beta Academy, a charter school in San Pablo. According to Caliber Public Schools, they released a statement saying, quote, "Her presence brought light to our campus and she will be deeply missed by all of us. We know that Miss Bobo touched many lives, and we will continue to honor her legacy through the love, compassion, and dedication she showed every day." Today we saw a bouquet of flowers outside Ez's Lounge on 14th Street, which was the scene of the shooting. A 25-year-old man was also killed and 5 other people were hurt. Police have not released any additional info, and there's no word on any arrests.
Now, if you are not familiar with First Fridays in Oakland, let me paint the picture for you. It is one of those events that just feels alive. Every first Friday of the month, downtown Oakland transforms into this massive outdoor celebration. Music, art, food, people everywhere just soak in the culture. It is the kind of night where you forget about your stress, where you laugh too loud and stay out too late. And you do not even feel bad about it because the energy of the city just carries you. That was the kind of night Tish and her friends were having. And honestly, can you blame them? She had been grinding all week in classroom, pouring into her students, carrying the emotional weight that every good teacher carries. She deserved that night out. She deserved to dance, to laugh, to just be 33 and free for a few hours. And from everything we know, that is exactly what she was doing. But as the night went on and First Friday started winding down, the group made their way to Easy's Lounge. It is a bar located at 412 14th Street in downtown Oakland, formerly known as the Golden Bull. It is not some shady back alley spot. It is right there in the middle of downtown. People go there after events all the time, so there was nothing unusual about ending the night there. Nothing that would have made Tish or anyone in her group feel like they were walking into danger. And this is the part that I really need you to sit with, because this is where the night changed forever. Somewhere inside that lounge, an argument broke out between people in the crowd. Now, we do not know exactly what that argument was about. Oakland police have not confirmed a motive, but what we do know is that it escalated, fussed, and when it escalated, somebody pulled out a gun, and then another gun, and within seconds, a bar full of people who were just there to have a good time turned into a scene of absolute chaos. Gunshots rang out inside Easy's Lounge just after 3:30 in the morning. People scrambled, tables flipped, bodies hit the floor. There was video footage posted on social media that captured the moment everything fell apart inside that bar. Patrons running, screaming, pouring out into the streets trying to escape. It was not a movie. It was real. And in the middle of all of that, Tish was hit. She was struck by a stray bullet. The Oakland Police Department confirmed that she was not the intended target. She was not involved in the argument. She was not part of whatever conflict had been simmering between those people. She was simply there, in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that is the part that should make every single one of you angry. 7 people were hit that night.
This is the school where one of the victims taught. Classes were canceled here today in her honor. She's been remembered as an incredible educator and human being. Laverne UC drove to Caliber Beta Academy in San Pablo, where Latetia Bobo taught, to pay her respects Monday. 2 of UC's grandchildren go to the school.
I just wanted to come out here and just say a prayer. I know this is the school where she worked. Say a prayer for her. Give the family my condolences.
The 33-year-old was an 8th grade English language arts teacher there. Teachers gathered privately at the school to remember her. Oakland police say Bobo and 25-year-old Marquise Martin were killed Saturday at Easy's Lounge on 14th Street. These are pictures of Martin and his 1-year-old daughter from a GoFundMe set up by his brother to pay for funeral expenses. 5 others were also struck by gunfire early in the morning but survived. Oakland police say officers detained multiple individuals at the scene and recovered several firearms. Martin's mother told me over the phone that they killed her when they killed her son. Bobo's friend told our J.R. Stone that the news was hard to believe.
That's horrible. It's just like unbelievable because she's so kind. She's a teacher, she's a great singer, she's an artist. And it just can't, it's not computing in my mind. Like, why would somebody, why was she just in that situation, to lose her life and everything?
I was handed this paper outside of Caliber Beta Academy. It says that Miss Bobo was such a special part of the community, and classes will resume at the school on Tuesday. In San Pablo, Gloria Rodriguez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
7 people were shot inside and around Easy's Lounge that night. 7 human beings who walked into that bar with no idea that their lives were about to be changed forever. Out of those 7, 2 did not make it. Latetia Bobo was declared dead right there at the scene. A 25-year-old man, whose identity has not yet been publicly released, was rushed to the hospital but succumbed to his injuries later that same morning around 11:30 a.m. 5 others were injured, 3 women and 2 men, all in their 20s and 30s, and all expected to survive. 2 handguns were recovered by police, one inside the bar and one just outside of it. Now here is where things get frustrating, and I want you to pay attention to this part. Oakland police detained several people at the scene that night. They had guns. They had witnesses. They had video footage circulating on social media. And yet, as of right now, no one has been formally charged. No arrests have been announced. The investigation is still ongoing, and authorities are urging anyone with information, photos, or videos from that night to come forward. Which means that whoever pulled that trigger, whoever started that argument that stole 2 lives and shattered 5 others, is still out there. Let that sink in for a moment. Caliber Beta Academy, the school where Tish poured her heart into her students every single day, canceled classes that Monday in her honor, but they kept the doors open for students who needed to come in and grieve together, because that is what her students needed, not just a day off. They needed a place to process the fact that the woman who showed up for them every morning, who made them feel like their voices mattered, was not coming back. A memorial of flowers and candles started growing outside Easy's Lounge on 14th Street. People who never even met her came to leave something behind because her story moved them. And that is the thing about Tish. Even in death, she is still bringing people together. But now I need you to think about something. And I mean really think about it. How many Latetia Bobos have we lost to senseless violence? How many teachers, artists, community builders, people of faith, people who were actively making the world around them better, have been taken out by a stray bullet that was never meant for them? How many times are we going to watch a person with that much purpose get erased in an instant because two people could not resolve a conflict without pulling out a weapon? And here's the question that should keep you up at night. If the cameras were there, if the guns were recovered, if people were detained at the scene, then why is no one in handcuffs yet? Who is being protected? And who is going to speak up for Tish? Justice for Latetia Bobo is not optional. It is overdue. If this case moved you the way it moved me, share this video. Talk about her. Say her name. And if you have any information about what happened inside Easy's Lounge on the night of March 7, 2026, please contact the Oakland Police Department. Do not let this one get cold. And as always, Shadow Crime will keep watching. Because somebody has to.